I'm out here on a little project. This is a pond that my father-in-law built years ago. I'll show you. This is the dam, and I didn't realize this was going on until recently, but you can kind of see there's a pretty good amount of dirt gone here. Pretty good sized cave. But what's happening is water level, of course we haven't had much rain this year, thank goodness, because it would be gone, but I didn't know this was happening until just recently. It's a pretty small pond, but it does hold some water, and it's good to have, always good to have water. This is kind of a scrap pile that's collected up over the years. And this is the back side of the hole, and you can kind of see that's a big hole. Now I'm not sure what caused this. I thought at first it might be beavers, but I'm kind of thinking now that it was just a, I don't know what happened. Something settled, something fell down. I don't know what happened. This pond's been here for, shoot, probably longer than I've been alive, but a long time. So it's hard to tell what happened. Anyway, there is some rock. That's like a rock. I don't know if that's a rock formation. It looks like it. So I don't know if maybe the water started following that rock, and then it just kind of eventually got bigger and bigger. But we could lose the dam if we don't fix it. But anyway, the tool of choice for the day is, of course, a backhoe. Got some Cunningham stickers on it. Got some new tires on it recently. Front tires are fair shape. I need to get some new stickers on the front. B95 faded out. But anyway, a little rain in the bucket. do here is just kind of strip the grass back. I'm gonna probably handle this a little different than some people would. I don't know, maybe not, but you can see this dirt's got a lot of rocks in it, which isn't always good for building a pond. What I'm afraid of is there's a rock shelf down here that's probably never been disturbed. So I'm not real sure I want to disturb it. The pond is not leaking right now that I know of. It's been holding water. It's been a really dry winter. We're way behind on rain. We got a little bit of rain this week, but it wasn't really enough to brag about. We could use a lot more. We usually have full ponds by this time of year. So you can see this one's, of course, this one's been down for a while because of the obvious hole in it, which I guess I'm not that observant. I didn't pay attention to what was going on over here, but need to. This is kind of scary. What I'm going to do is just set the dirt up here on top, and I'm probably going to just try to work this repair in as I go. There's enough clay in this dirt that it should compact. I don't think there's enough rocks in it to be a problem. The big problem with this dirt is it's really dry. So, but I'm going to just kind of open it up a little wider at the top, kind of V it out a little bit. That way I can make a better repair. But what I'll probably do is, instead of just hauling dirt down here and dumping in it, I'm gonna probably take some of the dirt from the middle of the pond and kind of work my repair over as I go. But I'll tell you this, I'm gonna have to get some water in this. It's got to get, see how dry that is. It's got to have water in it, or it won't ever seal up. So anyway, this is a lot bigger hole than what I expected when I first saw it. I was thinking, well, that's just a little beavers just dug a hole through there or something. But no, this is a little bit bigger deal than what I was thinking it was. Might take a couple hours to fix it, but kind of opened up down to the bottom there. Just kind of, but like I say, if all I did was dug all this out, I'd have to move the material off of the dam. Of course, if I had an excavator, I could set it behind me. I don't have an excavator, so I'm going to show you how to do it with a backhoe. But I actually want to get dug out. I want to dig down into the bottom of that hole a little bit. We're gonna mix this up a little bit of water and dirt and make what I think will be a good repair. Now that's kind of weird. I'm following a little bit of wondering. I'm hoping there's not a hole down deeper there. Very well could be. We're going to go ahead and explore a little bit here and see how deep that hole goes. But if there was a rock formation here, most likely it never has been disturbed. And like I say, I don't really want to be the one to disturb it. And it doesn't look wet on the backside of the dam like we have an active leak. I don't think it leaks until the rain gets up a little higher, or the water level gets up higher. So I think we're hitting solid material down there. Feels like it. There's the top of that rock. Like I say, I think I've got enough cover on that rock to be okay. I don't think I'm going to have to dig it out, but just kind of wanting to dig back this side of the hole a little bit and make sure there's nothing over here that might leak. Pretty nice day. It's May 5th, Cinco de Mayo day. In the afternoon, actually, about 2 o'clock. I probably should have started earlier on this, but anyway, I didn't. I've rarely seen dust come out of a pond dam like that. Of course, I've not done that many dam repairs. I've done a few. Usually they're leaking actively. I'm kind of happy that I'm not seeing water in the middle of it, because that means it's not leaking anywhere but through the hole we're digging. If we did have a leak in this dam, it would be showing up water in here. This would all be mud. But I'm thinking we're probably good to go on that. Anyway, I'm gonna dig me a ramp so I can get down to the water there without flipping my backhoe over. I think I've dug deep enough, and I'm not digging straight across it. I probably, if I did, I'd be disturbing this shelf of rock, that rock shelf right there, and I don't really want to do that. Now, I don't know if this pond has a core. We're getting into a little bit wetter stuff down there. So, it could be that this pond seeps a little bit all the time. I don't know. There's a lot of sandstone or sand rock around here, formations. I've seen ponds that water level will get up to a rock formation and then it'll just leak out. But in this case, I don't think we got that bad of a problem. The material's not real tight, not tightly packed. It's pretty loose. But like I say, it's worked for a lot of years. But this dam was built pretty narrow and steep, and that's not exactly a great thing. I guess another option would be to go in here and just cut this dam and rebuild the pond bigger or deeper, deepen it up, and you'd have more material you could actually use out of the bottom of it. But that would take another year of draining and drying out, and I think the pond's in good enough shape we can keep it. It's not that bad. I'm gonna dig me a little ramp here. I'm gonna try to do better at doing some of these smaller job videos. A lot of times when I'm doing these kind of videos, I'm in a hurry to just to get the dang thing done and get it out of my hair, because I'm usually trying to get to another job or something like that. So this one, and I've got a new camera set up. I've got a DJI. I've got a microphone. I don't know if it's helping or not, but I'm hoping you can hear me better. If I turned it on, let me make sure I got it turned on here. Yeah, it says we're recording. So anyway, I'm trying to improve the channel a little bit. I know I've been slacking a lot. life gets busy. YouTube doesn't pay the bills for me. It does for some folks, and you know, that's great for them. A full income off of YouTube has never really been something I've tried after or chased after. But it doesn't hurt to have the channel and to have the, you know, I think it's a good thing to have a YouTube. I could have just about backed down the side of this, but whenever you get around a pond dam like this on the edge of it, you start slipping into the water. You sometimes have a hard time getting out. So just taking another 15 minutes to dig a ramp here, that it'll probably take another 15 or 20 to repair it after I get done, but it's worth doing. Not going all the way down because I should be able to reach the water pretty easy from where the end of that's at. Anyway, I probably should have made this just a little bit wider, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see if this works. Now, instead of turning the seat around and backing up, I'm just going to crawl down in here a little bit with the backhoe, use the back boom. This is always more dangerous when you're on an incline. But anytime you're going backwards down a hill and you're using the backhoe, try not to ever get your boom too close to you, your bucket too close. You want to keep that boom out there away from you so that you got more leverage, and you've also got a little more safety factor. I've seen guys bust the cylinders off of the top of the crowd cylinder by getting up here at this point, and then you just have a runaway and you hit the end of that piston and it'll just bust it. So we should be able to get a pretty good amount of water out here, I think. Get set up and we'll start the B95 water pump. Is there better ways to do this? I'm sure there is. Is there easier ways to do it? Probably not. One of the first jobs I ever did, it wasn't really, I was just out with my dad on a plumbing job. He used to have a commercial plumbing business, but one of the first jobs he ever had me do on a backhoe was he had a plumbing ditch that had got rained on and full of water. And I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and Dad fired up the backhoe and pulled it over by the hole, and he said, well, go ahead and pump this water out, backhoe. I don't like that big rock there. We can put them rocks back in there, but I don't want it right there. But anyway, I'll kind of show you what we're doing here. I'm gonna make this pretty wet. It's not gonna be a dry repair. It's gonna be a pretty wet repair. But I'm gonna take some dirt and just kind of mix it up until we can kind of somewhat pack it. Once we kind of get the plug made, just kind of mixing dirt. Try to make sure I don't have too many pockets of water left down there. We were under a flood warning yesterday, and I was sitting at the house thinking, man, I wish I'd have fixed that pond. I'm going to go ahead and dig down the bottom here again. I'm just going to kind of lay it in there and push it down with the bucket. You could try to repair this with dry dirt, but I don't think it would hold up. I think it'd be a waste of time. So. I could cut this completely through. But I think what I'm doing here will probably work, maybe. If I can get about a 6 or 8 foot nice plug in there, then move back a little ways and do it again. But my father-in-law had a D8, an old cable D8 Caterpillar. I've seen pictures of it. I never got to see the dozer. He had sold it before I married his daughter. Probably a good thing, but anyway. He had an old cable D8 out there, and he built some of these ponds out here with it. I'm just going to put a little bit back in there. You can kind of see I'm not getting it just super soupy. Kind of want it to compact. So, but if you're in doubt on a deal like this, I think the wetter you get that dirt, the better off you are, because if you got dry spots in it, it's probably going to cause trouble. Go ahead and put a little bit back behind there. Kind of like mixing a cake batter or something. You gotta mix it till you think it's about right. And you see that water just disappearing through that dam. And that hole doesn't directly go straight through. That's what's kind of deceiving. When you look at the back side of the dam, it looks like it's kind of directly in line with it, but it really isn't. It's kind of makes a turn there. So anyway, once I get where I'm pretty comfortable with the consistency of my dirt here, which that's a little bit muddy. Go ahead and throw a bucket of water in there. And we'll go ahead and dig a little bit of dirt out of the dam. Just throw it right in there and mix it. That's weird, that dirt or that water's been making a turn there, I think. We'll see. Whoop, easy, Frank. That's really wet right there. Need to do a little more mixing. Now, in theory, I could probably stop it about halfway on this, worrying about water in that dirt. Not sure that's a good idea. Anyway, this is my wife's home where she grew up. Nice place. And I don't like to slam my bucket up and down like you see guys doing. What I like to do is that right there. I like to take my bucket and just curl it from heel to toe or whatever, toe to heel, whatever. I think you get a decent compaction job, plus you're not beating the hell out of your machine. Drives me nuts when I see guys doing that. And I've done it before. I've had to a time or two. I mean, there's places and times you got to do what you got to do, but I really, you know, the plumbers I work for, they usually like, yeah, just take your bucket and just pack it. I do it like this, and they done slam it up and down. I'm like, no, let me go get you a compactor. I'm not going to do it that way. Anyway. That's shaping up pretty good, I think. Still a little soft over there. I would like to have a bucket, or I would like to have a compactor to put on the end of the stick. I think that would be really nice for stuff like this. Someday I need to just go buy me a new, I need to get me a compactor for the backhoe, I think. So, I'm liking that. gonna go ahead and dig some dirt and throw it up to the front, kind of uncover the hole. And we'll get down there and throw a little more water in it and mix it up some more. Just kind of rinse and repeat type of deal. Anyway, I've got it pretty much filled up above the water line with good dirt, good and wet dirt. So now it's just a matter of I'm gonna go find some dirt to dump in here on top and fill it in. I'm gonna go ahead and change batteries while I'm messing around here too. So I'm about done with this project, I think. I hauled a pretty, I don't remember how many loads, about maybe 10 down here. Front end loader, and got everything filled in, compacted up best I can with water. This backside, I'm not going to worry a lot about compacting on it. It's just basically filling in a hole. Anyway, I'm going to probably call this good. I'm going to call it done. It's actually too steep, but to change it, it would take so much, you'd have to move so much dang dirt. We're not going to spend that kind of time and money on it. Anyway, the important thing is we got the hole fixed. Hopefully now we'll get some rain and fill it up. But I'm going to call that pretty much done. I mean, anyway, done deal. I'll take you outside here and show you kind of what it looks like. So the back side of the dam is here. This dam never was really even on the back. And then I did go ahead on this side and I went ahead and put a little extra dirt in here. The hole is actually over here. So, like I say, it's not perfect, but it's better than it was. It's not going to leak now. Anyway, backhoe's kind of dirty. I need to clean up around here. So I hope this thing fills up with water and holds. I guess we'll see if it's got any other weak spots. I'd really like to take, it would take some time, but I'd really like to take enough dirt to go in or along this face of the dam. It'd be a good time to do it while the pond's low, because when it's full, it's up here on the dam. Excuse me. Anyway, it would take a little time to do it, but it would make that a better fix, or a better, it'd just look a lot better for one thing, and it may not wash out so bad. But anyway, a done deal. Good enough for now.